So, what do you do if your F1 visa is rejected? I get a lot of calls. People ask me about how I was able to overcome my F1 visa rejection and get my visa approved. In this video, I am going to share with you what I did and the options you also have. Let's get right into it. Welcome to my channel. My name is Alfred Appiah. I am currently studying in the United States. I had my first visa being rejected. So I understand the frustration and the emotions that comes with being rejected for your F1 visa. So today I'm going to encourage you and I'm going to share my experience with you and give you the options you have and how you can overcome your rejection. Don't worry, stay tuned for more. The first thing you must understand is that when your U.S. visa is rejected, you cannot go for an appeal, unlike other European countries. That means you cannot appeal for reconsideration of their decision. Whatever the consular say is final. But the good news is that you have the opportunity to reapply and adjust or make changes or go with proper strategy for your visa. If you are watching this video and you are in this situation, don't worry at all. There is always a way out. The first thing you must ask yourself is what went wrong. Usually, the consular must give you a letter or a reason for denying you the visa. And it is important for you to review the reasons for the rejection. In most cases, there are no reasons given. In my case, the consular did not give any reason. I just went for the interview. After 1 or 2 questions, she said, "I'm sorry, I cannot give you the visa." I was very sad and worried, but I realized that something went wrong from my part and on the part of the consular. Though the consular did not give me a reason, I realized I wasn't able to prove my source of fund enough, because the consular was first of all concerned about the work I am doing and why I am traveling to the United States. So he asked me questions such as, how old are you? What work do you do? At that time, even though I was the National Youth President of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, I answered and said, I am a youth leader. That is insufficient. Being a youth leader is not a work. It's not something that should convince the consular. I should have explained to the consular specific that I am the national president of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, youth. That is why I am going to study theology. So in that case, the consular will understand that I am engaged in something and what I am going to study have relationship with what I am doing now. And even it will be an opportunity for me and for the church after my studies. But when you just say that you are a youth leader, a lot of people are youth leaders. So if you are a youth leader, should we give you a visa to go and study because you are a youth leader? The next question was, who is sponsoring me? And I said, my sister. And the consular said, why is your sister sponsoring you? I gave an answer. She said, I'm sorry, I cannot give you the visa. At this point too, I realized that what is the relevance? How will my sister benefit from sponsoring me to go and study theology? Even though the consular did not give me reason for rejecting me, I knew what went wrong. First, I was not able to prove my current position in Ghana or my current situation in Ghana and why I was moving to the United States. And 2, I was not able to defend and prove the source of my finance. Reflect on what happened at the interview room. What do you think went wrong? How can you fix that? So after reflecting on what happened, I decided to fix it and go back. How do I fix it? I fix it by this time going to tell them specifically what I am doing and why what I am doing is important for my studies. And 2, I fix it by now looking for an organization that will be willing to sponsor me instead of my sister. When your visa is denied, though it is painful, but it is not the end of the world. You will have the opportunity to reflect on what happened and prepare for another encounter. Now, the second thing was that I met a consular who was in a bad state and a bad mood. I met a consular who had intense argument with a woman who did not understand why the consular refused her, to the extent that the consular had to call the security to come and drag the woman away because the woman was intensely arguing with the consular. Something you should never do. So what happened was that as the security came and dragged the woman away, the consular said, "The next person." So when I went, there was no opportunity for pleasantries. The mood of the consular was wrong, and that was my unlucky day. So you have seen that sometimes being rejected for your visa interview does not solely depend on you. It depends on the mood of the consular. It depends on the state of the one who is interviewing you and what he is doing at the moment. He or she is a human being, and as human beings, we are all affected and influenced by our environment in the decision that we make. So in my case, though I realized I did something wrong, I also realized I didn't get a good consular. That is why I said it is important to identify the problem and how you can fix it. The second thing is consistency in your application. When you are rejected for your visa, you are required to apply. You are allowed to reapply, but you have to go through the process again by filling your DS-160 form and paying your visa fee again. That means you start the process. It is important how you go about your second application because you already have your information with them. So know the information you change in the second application and how you can defend it. How you can explain that within that short possible time, those information have changed. For example, if you claim in the first application that you were not working, but in the second application you have explained that you are working, you should be prepared to explain why the change. Either it was a mistake in your first application and you have corrected it, and how you will support it with evidence. One challenge that most people, especially people in Africa, encounter is availability of appointments. When you go for your first visa interview and you are refused, sometimes it is difficult to get another appointment. It will be that either the time you get appointment, your I-20 has already expired. So I tell people, in your second interview, book for emergency appointment. When your visa is refused, sometimes it puts pressure on you. So when you reappear for another interview, it affects your confidence. I am telling you that most people get their visas on their second interview. So don't lose hope. Don't give up. Try and see what went wrong in your first interview. Try and see how you can fix it. Try and see how you can raise documents, how you can better answer questions when you go back. Try and see if you can book for an emergency appointment. Go in confidence, and I believe your visa will be approved. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. As always, theology is fine. Thank you.